I'm Nicole Tracy, and this is the remarkable story of how a broken body and shattered life were reconstructed thanks to the care and expertise of Gildeas. Jim Thomson, who's 68, has plans to build a new home in Millport. He's fit and active and will be able to deal with the demands of the project. It's testimony to the determination he's shown following an event which quite literally changed his life forever. Jim was involved in a major accident on the Largs to Kilbirnie Road in April 2011.
Well, I was coming down from Glasgow after picking bits and pieces up for various customers, and I was coming over the Healy Brae, and a gust of wind. The weather was quite blustery and blowy, and the polythene bags surrounding two of the mattresses blew up with air, and they started to slide. So I pulled in and stopped and put the hazard warning lights on, and there was a police car behind me. He stopped as well. He helped me slide the mattresses off. I then stood in the grass verge. He went down to turn his car to go back up to stop the oncoming traffic. There was a car coming over the hill, and it was trying to overtake on the brow of the hill, and when she couldn't do that, she decided to take the car on the inside, and unfortunately that's where I was. She ran right through, and she finished up in the field and I finished up lying in the grass verge. Well, I couldn't move my legs, and I knew something was wrong.
Jim suffered horrendous injuries which left him a broken man both physically and mentally. Jim needed expert legal help to get his life going again. His insurers recommended Gildeas specialist personal injuries lawyers.
The big sort of starting point for us was to try and sort of make him feel comfortable with us working with him and everything that could be offered by the insurance company in terms of his rehabilitation, and that's really the tact we went with. The rehabilitation company got quite heavily involved in sort of producing a really detailed report and everything that he needed, and we started doing a lot of investigations into what he would need to get his life back to normal in terms of like house and business and car and things. So we were doing a lot of work on that side.
And while that was happening, Jim was on the road to physical recovery under the expert eyes of Frank Gilroy at the Sports Injury Clinic at Hampden.
Obviously Jim had an amputation at the time, so his core strength around his spine and all the muscles around his pelvis needed to be strengthened, as well as the muscles of the other leg, so that he was so the force was taken through his other leg rather than the amputated side. His attitude to his rehabilitation has been first class, and he's pushed himself whenever he's been asked to achieve his maximum potential.
I'm now back probably 5 days a week back in the business. I'm enjoying it as much as I did before. It makes me think a bit more now because I've got to adapt. I no longer carry the carpets, I get somebody else to do that, and you do adapt.
Jim is now getting on with his life, reconstructed by the sound advice he's received from the experts at Gildeas.
Gildeas phoned me up one afternoon to say that they'd made a settlement figure, which took me back a bit. I was quite surprised at that. And then I had to ask her to repeat it again to me. That just floored me, really, it did. And with it happening so quickly. Gildeas have given me my life back. The people they put into place gave me my self-esteem back. It's just that I've met so many nice people, and I've never really had any problem, and everything that they said that they would help me with has come true. So for that I thank them.
Jim got 100% of his compensation and we didn't take any fee from him. It's lovely to work with somebody who appreciates all the sort of rehabilitation that you put in place for them, and it really did. It's a case that meant a lot to me. It'll last with me.
What an incredible story. Jim Thomson, a man revitalised from the depths of despair, thanks in so many ways to the dedication of Lindsay Hare and Gildeas.